Have you ever wondered what it really takes to be successful as a real estate entrepreneur? My name is Jim Zaspel, as you probably know if you're watching this video. And what I want to do is simply break down for you what it is, some habits that successful entrepreneurs have on their daily basis, or they make sure that their team members implement on a daily basis so that they're constantly moving forward towards progress. So I'm about to jump into the content. If you would do me a huge favor and just share this video, if you get some value from it, share it, comment, tag some friends on there. You can do show me some social love there. That'd be awesome. So first, in one of the most, probably the most important aspect of or habit you can have as a real estate entrepreneur is you're constantly marketing. I'm just going to do an abbreviation here. Marketing to find deals. Okay, if I can write, that would be really helpful, wouldn't it? All right, marketing to find deals. So what does this mean? This means not just marketing, but you're working to get deals. So this has to do with a few different things. I'm going to spend the majority of my time on this one because it's so critical. Here we are. First of all, you got to implement the right marketing plans. So you're constantly thinking of and asking others what kind of marketing strategies you can do to implement to find more sellers. So this is going to be direct mail, it's going to be online ads, driving for dollars, different things. So one, you're constantly doing the marketing. Second thing you do on a daily basis that has to do with this is you're constantly following up with motivated sellers. So whether if you're meeting with somebody at their house and they don't sign the contract on the spot, you're going to follow up with them until they either sell the house to somebody else or literally curse you out and tell you that they're going to file a PFA, protection from abuse, from you or something like that. So the point is, one, you do your marketing, and then two is you're constantly doing your follow-up. The follow-up, not FU, just follow-up, that's what that stands for. The follow-up is critical. I can tell you right now that 1 out of 5 contracts we get, with the seller, we get at the initial visit. The rest of them take a lot of follow-up. We're doing between 5 and 10 touches with a seller just to get the contract signed, okay? So a few touches prior to the appointment, several touches after the appointment. Follow-up is extremely critical. And next is, you always want to ask yourself this daily question, and that is, what did you do, okay? I'm sorry, let me erase that part. Erase. Always ask yourself this question, because this question cuts through all the BS, and ask yourself, how many offers did I make today? Okay, you can spend all this time crafting marketing plans, implementing marketing strategies. You can, check your emails and do your podium notes, all this kind of cool stuff. But I'll tell you this: if you're not out there making offers on a daily basis, you don't have a business, okay? This is like saying you're in the fast food business, but didn't actually answer the door, or you didn't actually have people at the cash registers there to make people offers to ask them what kind of Happy Meal they want. Point is, ask yourself how many offers you made today, every single day. And here's the deal: if days go by and you're making like 0 offers or 1 offer, all of a sudden, if you're lacking on deals, because you're not making any offers, you will be lacking on deals. You're going to realize that the reason you don't have deals is because you're not making offers, okay? So ask yourself every single day, how many offers did I make, okay? Next thing, if you're in the business of wholesaling houses, you're going to ask yourself every single day, how many cash buyers, okay, did you add to your list? How many cash buyers did you add to your list? In other words, what marketing are you doing to bring cash buyers in? So the same thing, you repeat these steps. So for sellers, you got to market to find the deals, you got to make your offers, you got to follow up on your offers until you get your contract. Be very organized about that, right? It's the most important thing. Then when it goes to selling the deals, you do the same thing. You got to implement the marketing to find the cash buyers in, right? You've got to pitch your deals to the cash buyers, right? And then you've got to follow up once you get the offers, once you submit your deals to the cash buyers. Extremely critical. Another thing that you've got to do, if you're in the rehab business, there's 2 more habits that you've got to have as a successful entrepreneur, and that is raising private money. Very, very important. So your success in the rehab business is extremely related, directly related to how much capital you have access to fund your deal. So raising private money, here's the deal. There's this magic question I'd like to ask. In yesterday's video, I talked about how to raise some private money, got into a little bit of content there. And then on this webinar, which is tonight's webinar at 9 o'clock, you can check it out at jimswebinar.com. We'll go into more of that later. But anyway, there's this magic question you've got to ask. If you ask 5 people this question every single day, you will have all the private money you need to raise your deal. So raising private money, ask yourself, how many people did I prospect about raising private money today? If you're constantly saying 0 or 1, gosh, that's not a business. That's like a make-believe hobby, right? So always ask yourself, how many people did you talk to? How many people did you prospect about raising private money? Next is on a daily basis. You are reviewing status of projects. So one of your biggest costs in the rehab business is your holding costs. It is crazy. Tens of thousands of dollars a month we spend, or thousands anyway, a month in just holding costs. It's crazy how much money you spend there. So the point is, you want to make sure you spend every minute that you do everything you can in order to keep every project moving forward. So this especially has to do, it's easy to keep track of 1 or 2 or 3 projects, but when you got 10 or 20 or 30 projects going, better make sure you have a checklist of things that you review on a regular basis, on a daily basis, to make sure every single project is moving forward. So that might mean calling your contractor, might mean calling one of the subs, it might just be making sure it's listed, make sure it's marketed properly, whatever the deal is. Make sure that you're on a daily basis continuing to review the status of your projects and following up accordingly. Now the cool part is, as your business grows, let's go through all these different habits again. As your business grows, you're not the one doing the marketing. You're strategizing on it with your marketing coordinator, and you'll spend about an hour or 2 a week on this, okay? When you're making the offers, you'll probably spend about an hour or 2 a week reviewing comps and structuring offers, and after your acquisitions people have brought, hey, look, I think this is really close, then we get this deal, and then you've got to give the final go-ahead on the offer. And it is a very, very good practice until your team is really smooth, okay, to make sure that you review your leads on a regular basis to make sure things are followed up with. You're not typically, as the business owner, if you've got lots of leads coming in and you've got a sustainable business, you're probably not the one reaching out to the sellers directly, but following up is extremely important. And again, the same thing goes, you're not the one actually posting the Craigslist ads, putting your deals up on the websites, etc., but marketing to find the cash buyers is extremely critical. Make sure the checklist gets done. What I recommend you do is have a simple checklist for marketing for every single deal. Make sure the stuff gets done. Have one person, exactly one person, who is responsible for getting that stuff done, and then hold that person, hold him or her accountable. So what you can do next is, if you want to learn my secrets to raising private capital, and we've got about $6 to $7 million of private money raised at any given time or deployed at any given time, then if you want to learn that as well as a lot of other really cool stuff when it comes to rehabbing houses, learn how it is. We're doing 50 rehabs every single year. Go to jimswebinar.com, register for the 9 o'clock training. You are going to love it. It's going to be live and make sure every single question is answered. So again, if you want to dive deep, have about 90 minutes of power-packed content, me going through the 5 steps to success of fixing and flipping 50 houses a year. And by the way, it's the same 5 steps whether you do 5 houses a year and make 100, 150 grand, or do 50 houses a year and make over $1 million. Same 5 steps, no matter how much you scale it up. I'm going to go into detail on each of those 5 steps. You're going to absolutely love it. And that's jimswebinar.com. You can register on there. It's totally free training, and you're going to absolutely love that webinar. We're going to go into a lot of deep content. So if you want to ask yourself, because you go to these RIA meetings, you go to the seminars, read these books, you're like, gosh, what do I do next? What do I do first? It's really simple. Marketing to find sellers, and you follow up and make the offers. Marketing to find buyers. You pitch your deals, and you follow up, right? You raise private money. If you're rehabbing, you raise private money, and you constantly keep each project moving forward. Those are the 4 main habits that you need to do on a daily basis as a real estate entrepreneur. But again, there's always lots more to learn, which is why I want you to go to jimswebinar.com, one of the 5 steps to success to have a real estate investing business, which you are going to love. So I will see you on the training.